to questions for Coach. Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, it's another tough loss, just another tough loss, man. It's hard to take that one, especially after, the first half we had. And we just didn't come out in the second half. And I thought our effort was there, but, we just couldn't score the ball, versus their zone. And defensively, we just had too many breakdowns. So it's part of the game.
Questions?
Coach, can you talk about how you feel about the pretty even spread in scoring from the entire team tonight?
Yeah, but it was balanced, but it's going to be tough for us to win. Unfortunately, when Naomi shoots, 3 for 10, when she's in foul trouble, it's tough to have her off the floor. The score was balanced, but we didn't score enough. I thought if we would have defended a little bit better, I think maybe 47 points enough, versus Fullerton, because they don't score it at a high clip either. But once that momentum got going, man, we just could not respond. And we made some plays to respond a little bit, but I just felt like they had the momentum probably the last 8 minutes of that game, so.
Coach, can you talk about Kiana Hamilton-Fisher starting tonight and what you thought of how she performed?
Yeah, she gave us some really good minutes. Man, she's played 26 minutes. But yeah, Kiana always, whatever we need her to do, bring her off the bench, start her. She's a really good defender. She does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. It's tough, man. We get zoned, it's just tough. It's tough for us to manufacture points. If you don't get them in transition, and they've got a big kid inside, we got to find a way to attack, her to try to get to the foul line, or we got to be able to knock down mid-range shots. And, we 28 threes, and we normally shoot the ball pretty well, but it's going to be tough for us to score if we can't get to the free throw line. We can't get easier buckets. And it's tough against the zone. I got to make sure that they execute better, and I just got to do a better job,
And Coach, that said, is there any change in the routine or the team's approach, especially considering the last game's coming up?
No, there's no change. I think at this point in the year, you kind of just got to do what you do. It's about, just polishing things at this point and making sure, that our kids are prepared. Obviously towards the end right there, we weren't, and I put that on me as their coach. We didn't execute well at the end. We've lost too many close games, and a lot of those I'll put on myself. We just haven't executed well down the stretch. And, we've been in about 8 2-point, 3-point, 1-point games. And, and that kid hit a tough shot at the end. That had nothing to do with execution. But I thought we had the ball. And, again, we got to be able to make sure we milk the clock and take the last shot. And for some reason, we didn't understand that once again. And, it just bit us.
For the most part of the game, you did well on defense. You forced 20 turnovers. What did you see that you liked from your team on the defensive side of the ball?
Our activity was really good. I thought we forced them into traffic where they had to, make tough plays in traffic, so we were able to deflect balls. But I thought our activity was good. I thought we did a good job of limiting Deja's touches, the big kid's touches in the first half, and we didn't do a good enough job in the second half. Just 1 or 2 of those where she gets point-blank layups, it just can't happen. We give offensive rebound, and she scored it. You got to make tough plays at the end. You got defensive rebound, and you got to be able to make sure that you're forcing teams into their weaknesses. And, there were some possessions where we didn't do that, and it's tough. When you look at the way we defend, I thought we defended well, but when you're not scoring it, you almost got to be flawless, unfortunately, on the defensive end. And, it's hard. It's hard to ask them to, they're playing hard, they're doing, but when you don't score, you have to be stellar defensively, and it's just part of our growth right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.